Hello, everybody. I am Phineas. I am a squirrel at the moment. Usually, I am a kitty cat. The squirrel is new, and the squirrel is what I do, especially when I am dealing with Esperanto, which is a constructed language and is a club that we are starting here in Resonite. It takes place this weekend, which is the 28th and the 29th of May. It's going to be a recurring thing, at least once a month, probably actually more frequent meetups than that, and I wanted to tell you guys a little bit about it, but in a few different ways. That means that this video comes to you in three parts. Up first, I want to tell you about my philosophy concerning Resonite as a place you go, not a game that you play, and how I'm interacting with starting a club in it. Then I feel like being a little bit honest about that the club is kind of a hard thing to start. There's some internal things going on there, and I feel like knowing more about where the club is starting from is also worth knowing about as I tell you guys about it. And then at the end, we'll actually finally get into more about what Esperanto is. If you join for Esperanto Club, what is it that you would be learning? It's a constructed language, and we will talk more about that. But first, let's talk about Resonite as a place that you go and hosting clubs inside of it, what my theory is there. And my theory goes that Resonite being a place you go, not just a game that you play, there's not a whole lot of actual social content for YouTube or anything like that about being casually social, about what the social scene is like in Resonite. There's a lot of tutorials and building things. There's more to do than only build things in Resonite. It is a collaborative platform, and I want to try and take a bit of a different stance on it. And in a related way, Resonite has a culture of its own. It's just people friendly, building things together. Resonite has a culture, but it's small, of course, and you can do more with a location than only engage with the people who are also in that location. Resonite's a really cool location to me. And as far as locations go, this one works out pretty good, I think, because all you need is a computer to gain access to this place that you can go. And there isn't any one nation that speaks Esperanto. There's like a maximum of 2 million people. It's a hobby. It could be useful for like the language everyone, like a universal language. That's what it was made to be because it's meant to be easy to pick up. And English just kind of became that. Everyone seems to speak English, or at least that's just how it seems to me. But the point with Esperanto being a global language is that being able to say, hey guys, there's an Esperanto club, not just in Resonite for VR heads, but I think the capability for anyone with a computer to be able to speak and interact with anyone else with a computer who also is interested in this very niche little language. It can be hard to run into people who even know what Esperanto is, let alone speak it. Here, I think it could be a lot more frequent. But this whole Esperanto thing really got my head turning a little bit, because I wanted to be able to learn this language with other people who also enjoy the language, so, well, we'll just do this thing. We'll get together. I know a place where we can all get together. That's marvelous, but as far as that taking place in this place, I wanted also to be able to include everybody here, and I'm in a unique position to have a YouTube channel. It's not like, whatever, it's my channel. Like, I can make videos. I like making videos. And I can also make sure that everyone here in Resonite is invited to the club that I'm hosting, even for people who are not from Resonite. I think at the moment it's all just VR heads. There's an Esperanto VR Discord, and I'm pretty sure probably only like 3 people from the server itself will be there. Like, it's probably going to be a pretty small affair, up until all the other people because I'm just excited about it. So I think I might accidentally be bringing in a lot of people who don't speak Esperanto to, like, hey guys, Esperanto Club. Nobody knows it. Mi scias Esperanto iomete. There, I know a little bit. But it just doesn't feel good to host a club here in my favorite place and not tell the people in the place I'm hosting the club that there's a club here. It's not my club. It's not my language. The language is really cool. I'm doing it because I want to. I have an interest in that. I'm learning it, and I want to learn it with people. And there's a really big temptation that I've been fighting. This is the second part of the video, by the way. As I've been fighting the temptation not to broadcast it not to include people because it's only a club for the Esperanto people, and I want to hang out with the Esperanto people. And that just doesn't feel like the right approach to me. That's really closed off, and I want to have bigger dreams than that. And during my less confident times, I would get really concerned about if I'm leading the thing technically. Like I'm the one who decided that I wanted it to be, and then Satan has helped out a tremendous amount. He moderates the Esperanto VR Discord, so he's been fully supportive. He's hosting session B, actually. But if I'm in charge, then like, what are we doing? What's our activity roster? And if someone is unruly, then how do we moderate that? And I'm in charge of that, and then that could be a nervous thing. But also, I just kind of think I'll figure it out. Like, I'm figuring out Esperanto right now. I want to do it with other people, and even if that can be challenging for me to address, I'll figure that out also. And you only learn things by doing them, so I'm doing it. Everybody is invited. There's information in the description about when it is. The club officially begins at 4 o'clock p.m. Mountain Standard Time, but only for us am I advertising that an hour earlier. I'm going to be doing just like a little basics. Here's what Esperanto kind of is. Here's what precious little I know about how the suffixes, the prefixes go. What I'm trying to say is an hour before the club, we're going to get together and study or learn, and I'll just tell you guys what little that I do know about it. And then for an hour, we'll just be like the club proper, and we'll just like speak Esperanto. Digas? We ni digas? We will speak Esperanto. I'm learning. But then after, I imagine that we'll end up pulling up our little inspectors and have a grand old time just making some stuff here in Resonite, because that's what we're doing. That's why I like Resonite so much, is because it's collaborative, but also it has the capacity to bring a lot of people together in unique ways. And I don't know if it's really been done before in the way that I imagine it could be. Because there's a global amount of people, not many people, but they're everywhere, who I think could really enjoy this. And I enjoy it already, and so I'm doing it and inviting everybody, because all of you are also, at least many of you, also live here. I'm not the only one who considers Resonite a place to go. This is a second citizenship for me, is how it feels. So it was important to let everybody here know what's going on. But I really think that there's the capacity for it to get bigger, for more people to get into Resonite, because they actually just want to be here for Esperanto, because that's where I've decided to host the Esperanto Club. But I am getting way ahead of myself. It's time to just talk about Esperanto proper for a little bit, because I want to show you guys, I want to tell you guys what's up. For instance, this is the Esperanto dictionary that I made. Fun fact, the way that I did this was so bad, I cut off the line of text for one dictionary entry, resaved the file, and then reread the first line. That was the worst way possible to do it, and dear sweet Foxbox came and paid a social visit while I was working on that, and I accidentally sent him about 5 gigabytes of the same Esperanto dictionary, so oops. But while I was working on it's kind of a different project, but I met a new friend, James, who's going to be there, because I was working in an Esperanto world, and already that's one person in Resonite who's like, oh wait, Esperanto, I haven't thought of that for a while. So he's coming to the club, which is why I'm making a video now, is so even more people have that chance. But I threw the dictionary together, and then James added that tiny little button right there, which is how to handle diacritics. In Esperanto especially, it's very classic. C is one of the words that has a little hat on top sometimes that turns the tss sound. I am a Sirio, Sitsiuro, but C makes a tss sound, and when it has a hat, it makes the ch sound. And commonly in a computer, if you type CX, then it automatically makes that a little hat. And so James added the diacritic system to the dictionary, which is just Resonite, of course, being Resonite and collaborative, but in like an actual really applicable, useful way, which was cool. And not that other gadgets and gizmos are not cool, but it's neat that Esperanto exists, and I want to build out resources for it, and I am, and including other people in on it has been a lot of fun, and I just kind of like want to do that more. I want to include even more people. As for how it works, we'll talk about this a little bit so you guys know what actually I'm so excited about. The suffix ejo is pronounced ayo, and it becomes the place where a word would happen. A cafe is a cafeo because it's coffee and the place where coffee happens, and that's a cafe, that's a coffee shop. Laboreo is where, as the workplace, labori is to work. So you have laboreo, laboreo. Stress is always on the second to last syllable. Laboreo is the workplace. Learneo? Learny is to learn, so a learneo is the place where learning happens, and I'm pretty sure learneo is school. Let's find out. Yep, learneo is school. And I didn't even actually... What is my tracking doing? I actually didn't even remember that all of the way. I just remembered the principles of EJO, and I knew learny was to learn because I'm learning mi lernas, Esperanto. So I knew the word learn, and so I'm like, I'm pretty sure this is school. Let me check, and then it was. And that's all of Esperanto. The word grand, the word grand, not grand, he's not cute. But granda is big. And adding EG with a hat, I, makes it a big. It turns the word large into to become large. IGI is to become something. Adding ID denotes a offspring, so I am Phineas Sutsiuro, I'm a squirrel, or I'm a Sutsiurudo, which is, a child squirrel, like a kitten or whatever, right? The whole language does that. And to denote multiples is just you add a J, so these are dukatoi. And this cardboard cutout is kato grandijas. And that's Esperanto. I'm done talking about it, unless you come to the club, and then we will talk about it for the duration of the club. But I like it a lot because it's constructed and it's fun intellectually to understand the rules of, and I'm getting better at it all of the time. I've been practicing it practically nonstop. And since Resonite is a platform of engineers who also like learning interesting concepts, I thought you guys might like to know about Esperanto also, because it's something I am learning currently, and I'm so new at it currently that it would be fun to have people to learn with also. And plus, I think it would be cool if Resonite was an impressive place for any other of Esperanto heads in the world. There's like only not more than 2 million people who speak it. But it would be cool if they were like, wow, there's so many people here who are excited about Esperanto. And I don't know, you guys don't have to, but anyone is invited from Resonite who is interested in that club, because I have a platform to be able to talk about things that excite me. And it has to do with Resonite because this is a club inside of Resonite, which is a place that you go, which is a place where we all go because we all enjoy it. And as far as there being like a bulletin board or something, there kind of is an events board, but it doesn't see too much action. But this is now a posted bulletin of one thing that's taking place in Resonite. Timestamp or description is down below or whatever, like you guys can find it. But I'm excited about it. It's just something new that I'm doing, and I wanted to make sure other people were included in it also. Well, that's it. I'm going to go. I have to edit this, and then I have to go study a little bit, because if I'm going to be hosting an Esperanto club meeting this weekend, I had better know some Esperanto, certainly more than I do now. So thank you guys for tuning in, and hopefully I'll see you around. Mi vidus vin se vi venas chi tie. I think I got that. I probably didn't, but I think I did, and that's the best that I can go. Thanks for hanging out, and I will see you guys around, though. If not at Esperanto Club, then around.